Hey guys, how is it going? It's 8-Bit Eric. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game. This is back for the 10th anniversary of the game. It was originally released back in August 2010, and then it was unceremoniously removed from the PlayStation Store and the Xbox Store. And the last decade, people have been clamoring for it. People have been like, oh man, it sucks that it's been removed. But then Ubisoft surprised us at the last Ubisoft Forward event and unveiled this special edition would be coming out. I picked up the Nintendo Switch version. I was excited to play this because I didn't have it when it first came out, and I missed out. I was one of those people that never got it. So this is the beloved 2D arcade style beat 'em up game that's inspired by the iconic Scott Pilgrim comic book series and the movie as well. It's a complete edition of the game, so this has all of the favorite characters: Scott, Ramona, Knives, Stills, and more. Now you can team up with 3 friends as you battle your way through waves of tough enemies to defeat the League of Evil X's. So it's a pretty silly and goofy game that doesn't take itself seriously, but then again, that's what Scott Pilgrim's all about. So it has this really cool hand-drawn comic book looking art style with a chiptune music soundtrack that is from Anamanaguchi, who's one of the best chiptune artists of all time. I absolutely love this game. You also have network play, so you can do local co-op, and there's also network play, so you can play with some friends as well. Now in this game, it's kind of very similar in its, I guess, gameplay mechanics to like River City Ransom, where as you progress through the levels, as you fight, your characters level up and you can learn different deadly skills. So each character comes with their own signature moves and attacks, as well as the ability to pick up different weapons and other sorts of objects that are scattered throughout the levels. It's pretty traditional in the sense of a beat 'em up. So you earn money, you beat your enemies, or you break piggy banks that fly all over the space highways. Once in a while you'll find like these little bonus areas to collect as many coins as possible. These monies are used to buy food and items. There's several in-game shops. There's a shopping district, but there's in-game shops that are hidden throughout some of the levels. You buy these items to perk up your defense, your speed, your strength, and your willpower for your characters. Now, at first, I will say the game was a bit of a grind. It does get pretty difficult early on, but the game encourages you to go back, play through some of the levels, defense up, and strengthen up your character so that you could actually make it through in a breeze. Once you get into the higher levels, like the cap is level 16, the game gets really easy. You also get access to the Power of Love sword, which once you have that, you're pretty much gravy at that point, because then you could just defeat the enemies with a couple hits, including some of the bosses. So the game kind of initially starts off hard, but then once you get leveled up enough and you buy enough items, there's a secret shop that gives you access to a bionic arm that strengthens you up by 50 points. You could stack 2 of them to be strength 100. The game kind of gets a little too easy once you get your characters beefed up, but it's still a lot of fun. It's still enjoyable. There's a lot of different AI allies that you can power up and summon them. You have that ability. You also are able, again, to combine your skills to do some super co-op attacks once you get multiplayers in there. I didn't play this game with anybody, so I missed out on that aspect, but I might try some network play sometime soon with you guys. Who knows? I'm on the Nintendo Switch, so you have to add me on there. Now, this does include 4 exciting extra game modes that are part of the extra DLC. This is a complete edition, so it does have all of the DLC. This has a dodgeball mode, a survival horror mode, which is basically like an endless endurance round, a battle royale mode, and a boss rush mode if you want some extra stuff. It also has the Wallace DLC and the ability to play as other DLC characters. So it has all the DLC put onto it. It's actually a lot of fun. Again, I missed out on it. I'm sure in 2010, this was a phenomenal game. In 2021, you could feel that it is a little outdated. You know, the chiptune type of feel has been a little overplayed, but I can see why people have loved this game and clamored for it to come back. Now, replay value, you know, you have all 4 or four different characters plus the 2 DLC. Each one has their own unique ending. I guess if you want to see all the different character endings, that's the replay value in it. But to be honest, typically with beat 'em ups games, I kind of tend to just play through them one time and never go back to it. The only way I probably would go back and check this game out was to do network play or some local co-op with somebody, just to kind of like kill some time during a quick game session. I don't find myself coming back to this game, and not because it's not a good game. This was actually really impressive. Good little sit-down game. It's nice to get these smaller titles out once in a while, because Ubisoft's been doing these huge open-world games recently, like Immortals Phoenix Rising and Watch Dogs Legion and Assassin's Creed. It's good to get these smaller, like, indie field titles out once in a while. So yeah, honestly, I thought it was pretty neat. It had a good old-school retro feel to it. I was impressed. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys just a little bit of it. We'll play through like a quick level or something just so you guys can get a feel for it and see it for yourself in action. And then we'll go ahead and close out with some thoughts, guys. So through the power of editing, we will have my Switch on. Alright, so we got the game loaded up. You can see I have Scott grinded to level 16, which is the level cap. And I completed majority of the game. There's still like secrets that I'm not sure of. Like, can you reach that house right there on the left? I don't know. I played this for the first time ever just recently. I guess maybe that's network play. That's a network play house. But yeah, you could see I completed the game. So if you ever hear somebody say, Eric doesn't play his games. Yeah, I do. Anyways, on top of that, I had the volume off because Anamanaguchi will probably get this video claimed by the song. So I decided to go ahead and have the song turned off. Because you can't be too safe with that. So here we go, guys. You can see the graphics are really well done. They look really nice. Check it out. So pretty standard. You know, I got my character leveled up pretty good. So he's going to kill everybody like with one hit. And I got some good money here. So this is the first level. Game takes place in Toronto. So when you attack, you have the punch, you got the kick, you have jump, and then you have like a block. And then you can also use the R button, the right shoulder button, to do a attack that does take some life off when you successfully hit it, which is pretty traditional. You can also call an AI character in like so. Came in and attacked. Then I also have this combo. I got them while they were off screen, but you can see you get combos and everything like that. So it's pretty standard as far as the game goes. Then you have weapons on the ground. Oh, watch out for obstacles. See, that's so River City Ransom right here. The big old pothole in the middle of the floor. It's pretty solid, honestly. I'm using the Switch Pro controller, by the way. I think the game controls and feels pretty good. Looks good. Again, I could imagine this being phenomenal in 2010, which at the time I did not have a PlayStation 3 or an Xbox 360, which is why I missed out on it. I only had a Wii and a Wii U back in the day, so I missed out on everything when this game came out. And to my knowledge, this wasn't on any Nintendo system until just now when it came out on the Switch. So you'll see eventually I'll make my way to a shopping district where I can enter and buy certain stuff. You can also leave and exit to the map at any time and go to any level that you've completed and play through it, which this game does encourage a lot of grinding to level up your characters, because your characters need to be pretty much strengthed out and maxed out in order to proceed through some of the later levels. But also, like I said, at times it feels like it makes the game a little way too easy if you max out your character stats, because then you're gonna breeze through it with no problem at all. Especially some of the bosses, you literally can kill the bosses like in 10 seconds if you have your strength all the way up and you're level 16. Definitely glad they brought the game back out though. So up. Some of these guys block pretty good. I need to learn how to block a little bit more too. And I'm sure the game is a lot more interesting as a multiplayer game. Because typically I get bored with beat 'em up games when I'm playing by myself. You can see I have 7 lives as well. That's because I went to the VHS store. Once you get a certain amount of lives, a certain amount of money, you can go and pay off your extended balance, your outstanding balance at the video store, and then you're able to buy stuff for like $5 a pop. So you could buy, basically you could level up all your 1-ups to like the maximum, which I think is 9, and you'll be able to just breeze through the game with 9 lives. Makes it so much easier. The more 1-ups you have for your character, you're able to just party on right through. Now, as you progress, you unlock new weapons and stuff, and new skills, new attacks, like that shoulder. There's also like a leg sweep and a dash and a slide that your character gets. You can also able to do like that big like fire burst thing that I just did. So your characters definitely gain abilities as you progress. So it's really like River City Ransom if I was to really compare it to anything. But yeah, guys, you get the gist. Let's go ahead and close out our thoughts. And well, guys, there you have it. To be completely honest, if you're a fan of retro games, you will probably most definitely enjoy this game. Now, for me, beat 'em ups seem to get a little bit more repetitive. And, you know, after a while, I'm kind of like, all right, the stage is taking so long. And I'm going to be honest, I did feel at times some of the stages in this game were a little too long. But it's all right. You know what? This game had a lot of nostalgia feels written all over it. I'm sure if I played it 10 years ago, I would love it even 10 times more. People did hype it up a little bit for me, though. I was expecting one of the greatest video games of all time, and I gotta say, it felt pretty standard for a beat-em-up game, in my opinion, but it's no way, shape, or form bad. I'm actually going to probably double dip and pick this up physically, because Limited Run Games is going to be doing a physical version of this game. So with that said, I enjoyed it. I thought, you know, for what it was, pretty neat of Ubisoft to bring it back out for us to enjoy. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching. As always, subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'll see you guys on the next one. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description. You want to become part of the hashtag 8BE Nation, guys? Well, be sure to pick up your official merch, now available online. Link is below in the description. We got classic t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, and even women's apparel. Don't forget, pick up your official merch now. And while you're at it, guys, feel free to watch the next video, or why don't you catch up on one that you might have previously missed. Thanks again, guys, for all the support. I couldn't do this without you. You guys are amazing, and don't forget to subscribe and click that like button if you are brand new. Thanks again, guys. Peace out.